person in the room. So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to this event, and I'm very happy to be in a position to share with you the achievement of CESAR 2020 program. So, you have seen, it was stated already several times that we have been able to deliver a total of 127 solutions. And I can tell you that this is the result of 7 years of intense development, validation, and demonstration activities. And all these efforts led to delivering innovation, transforming the air traffic management. So I would like really to share with you some of the key innovations delivered by the CESAR 2020 program. You may recall, virtualization was a key evolution identified within the ATM master plan. So the virtual center concept aims at decoupling the air traffic management data services from the physical controller working position. So the objective is to enable greater flexibility when it comes to organizing the air traffic control operations, and also to ensure a better resilience of the ATM operations in case of system failure. So different projects have been working on the concept, allowing to test different architectures and also addressing how air traffic services can be delegated between ATC centers. So today, we have already 2 digital sky demonstrator projects which are moving the concept towards deployment. Getting a higher automation was also a key requirement. So some solutions have answered to this requirement, like, for example, the attention guidance that enables to fade out non-conflictual traffic to help controller to keep focused on the traffic she has to monitor, to manage. Another example is the automatic speech recognition, pre-filing text in the system instead of manual input, and therefore reducing the controller workload. Trajectory-based operation, so it has already been highlighted in the previous speech. I will not go through the full TBO concept, but I will simply focus on some key elements. So getting the aircraft trajectory downlinked from the flight management system into the ground system allow the controllers to identify potential discrepancy between the flight plan and the real flown trajectory. This 4D trajectory can also be used to enrich the conflict detection and resolution system, increasing their performance. And as a last solution delivered by CESAR 2020, we have the technical specifications to create a European data link command service to distribute the downlinked flight profile to the relevant ATM users, so ensuring a common view about the traffic. We have been already referring to new entrants previously. So indeed, they have been knocking at the door. So SGU was mandated to further define and develop the services required to integrate the drone into the air traffic management environment. Along CESAR 2020, several projects have delivered the concept of operations, the architecture principles. They've been running extensive flight trials to define and validate a first set of services in order to manage and control the drones. And these services are currently applied by some digital sky demonstrators across Europe, aiming at moving this service into deployment. Last but not least, we have other new entrants like the air vehicles intending to operate in the stratosphere. A few examples, you have the airship balloons, solar aircraft, or suborbital space plane. The number of space operations will continue increasing in the years ahead. Therefore, there was a need to define new processes to ensure a safe launch across the more conventional air traffic operations, but also, quite important, to ensure a safe return of the reusable components to the surface. The first concept of operation was delivered at the end of CESAR 2020, and further work on developing the required procedure is ongoing within the new program. Addressing the sustainability of the ATM operations was clearly one of the key objectives as defined within the ATM master plan. Several solutions have developed to meet the performance ambition. Focus has been on reduction of the fuel burned, reduction on CO2 emission, on noise abatement, but also we have been starting considering the non-CO2 emission, in particular the impact of the contrails. And this element is deeply addressed already in the new program. So you can see different solutions were delivered, like different taxing techniques to reduce the fuel burn from the gate to the runway and vice versa. New satellite-based approach procedure as well to increase the runway throughput and reduce the noise of the citizens around the airport. Optimize descent operation, accommodating the best flight profile, as well sequencing the traffic already in the en route phase to take better into consideration the airport capacity and ensure not stacking the traffic in the holding patterns. So both of the last solutions are really aiming at eliminating extra fuel consumption. Let's take an helicopter view now. The main scope of CESAR 2020 was the delivery of what we call the ATM Master Plan Phase C. So the Phase C was looking to the defragmentation of the European sky. CESAR 2020 was severely impacted by the COVID crisis. So you can understand the difficulty our members have been facing when they had to develop prototype, to set up validation platform, to run validation activities, while during a long period, most of their experts, their staff, have been in a teleworking mode. So we had the opportunity all together to identify mitigation actions and to put these actions in place, leading to being in a position to deliver 35% of the solutions, or the Phase C solutions, at full maturity level. The second pack of solutions has been developed very close to their final maturity and will be and are already addressed as part of the new program. And we have a last set of solutions, Phase C solutions, that are still in the pipeline and that will be considered as an input to the update of the master plan. So I think altogether we can be very proud about what has been delivered by CESAR 2020, although the difficulties we have been facing during that period. Also, you are certainly aware that CESAR is a performance-driven program. So all CESAR projects have to apply a robust methodology that imposes them to assess the performance of their solutions. All these results are aggregated to deliver a view about how the program meets the ATM Master Plan ambition. So in front of you, you have the results of the performance identified based on this aggregation since the beginning of the CESAR program. And we were referring previously to the reduction about CO2 emission, fuel consumption, and I can show you that we have now reached a -4% of emission. So we need now, in fact, to deploy these solutions if we want really to take benefit of these expected performance results. So CESAR 2020 was really a success story. If you want to go further details regarding the different solutions that have been delivered, we have what we call the CESAR Solution Catalog. It is not anymore a document, but it is now online and available on the SGU website. If it has been a success story, this is also thanks to the commitment and effective contribution of all CESAR 2020 members. We have been able to create a real CESAR family based on collaborative spirit. So I would like to warmly thank all the CESAR 2020 members for their dedication, commitment, and for the quality of the solutions that have been delivered by their projects. So we are now moving in what I would call CESAR Episode 3. So building on CESAR 2020, the Digital European Sky program focuses now on the Phase D of the master plan. So the main objectives are to create a digital ecosystem, minimizing the environmental footprint of aviation, progressing the automation to a higher level, ensuring multimodality, and fully integrating any type of air vehicles. To do so, 9 flagships were defined to capture the required evolution in the different domains. These flagships are also mirroring the EU policy priorities in terms of smart, sustainable, and resilient mobility. And they are also contributing to the delivery of the European Green Deal. So, as already stated, today, the situation of the program shows a total of 58 projects that are in execution since the summer, with an investment of 600 million euros. To write another success story, we have now another César family. We have 55 members bringing the required expertise in the different aviation fields. And personally, I'm fully convinced that all together we will develop and deliver the required ATM evolutions to meet the EU policy priorities, to meet the ATM master plan ambition, and, as it was already stated several times, to make the most efficient and environmentally friendly sky to fly in the world. So I think it's time now to listen to our members. I wish you a pleasant day. Thank you for your attention.